Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and today we're going to be previewing Houston Astros regular season game number 35 going up against the Milwaukee Brewers, trying to avoid a series of losses today with the with the second game of the series against the Brewers after losing 5-1 yesterday. The offense just didn't show up yesterday, and pitching for the most part of the game was pretty good until later in the game. For most of the game, through 9 innings, it was 3-1, and then the Brewers attacked, on 2 runs at the end of the game, and then it was a 5-1 ball game. But the Astros offense, they've got to be better. I think if you look at their last loss before that, before yesterday against the White Sox, it frustrates me because to me, those 2 innings, you don't know what's going to happen. A 1-run game against the White Sox, you don't know what's going to happen in those next 2 innings in the 8th and 9th inning, especially since the Astros had 9 hits in the first 7 innings of that ball game. So it pissed me off that MLB decided to call that game. I don't know, but I tell you what, the Astros host the White Sox in June. You could have revisited that game in June and played the last 2 innings, but you still lost that game. They did beat the White Sox on Saturday with a great performance by Jake Myers, but they also lost the White Sox Friday. They lost the Tigers on Wednesday. And this Astros team, after being really hot before the last 5 games, they've gone cold the last 5 games. They're 1-4 in their last 5 games. This game, the opener of the series yesterday, 3 of the games against the White Sox, losing 2 of those, and then the closer against the Tigers. So hopefully Astros can get things going again and go back over 500, as they went from at a time being 2 games over 500, as they were they were 3 games over 500. They were 16-13 at a time, and now they're all the way back to 17-17, being 500 again after being 3 games over. But let's go over what this Astros lineup looks today. With Hayden Wesneski on the mound today, he has not pitched since the Kansas City series. The Astros, he opened up for the Astros in that series against the Royals, and we haven't seen him since. It's been almost 2 weeks since we've seen Hayden Wesneski. It was the end of April. It was like April 25th or something like that, since the last time he was on the mound. But they skipped his last start to give him some rest, and now he is going to be on the mound today for the Houston Astros. And what does this lineup look like behind him? Jeremy Pena at the leadoff. Pena's going to be leading off for the first time since this is going to be Wesneski's first time with Pena leading off, because Jeremy Pena leading off in this lineup started at the end of that Royal series. In the 3rd game of that series, Wesneski started the 1st game of that series. So Wesneski has not seen that with Pena at 1 and Altuve at 2, but we see that yet again with Jeremy Pena at the leadoff and Altuve at the second spot in left field for Altuve today. Isaac Paredes is at the 3 and at 3rd base. Christian Walker's at 4 and first base. Yanner Diaz is at DH and the 5 spot. Jake Myers is in center field at the 6th spot. Catcher is Victor Caratini. 8 spot is Brendan Rodgers at second base, and the 9 spot is Ken Smith in right field for Hayden Wesneski on the mound. So, facing Chad Patrick, who's not as good, or he's been solid this year, but just not as good as the guy you faced yesterday in Tobias Myers. I would hope this Astros team can get back on the win column. It would definitely feel good for this team to do that. Let me know your thoughts on the Astros game for today in the comment section, and peace out, Go Stros.